The CEO of SafeMoon has revealed new detailed information on progress going on with the SafeMoon blockchain. What did he say? What can we get for more information on the back end of this? Well, I got some things to share with you in this video, so don't go anywhere. But before we get into it, I just want to let you know, as usual, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. So over on the SafeMoon Discord, John had responded to a member in the community by saying, we are looking at a PoA model, and we'll get into that in just a moment here. We are looking at a PoA model, but not in the traditional sense. We are also exploring an evolution to gas fees. This is subject to change as we build, break, fix, and iterate what we are building in the non-public domain. Again, any official news will come from official channels, but we are indeed actively working on it, as well as other products and features. So let's go ahead and touch on the PoA model that they were referencing right here. So what is PoA? PoA is more than likely referencing proof of authority. This is an article through CoinDesk that breaks it down, so I'm going to go ahead and read through this. It's a consensus system that allows only authorized entities to validate transactions in a blockchain network. That's the shortest version. I am going to go ahead and get more into it. But I also want to point out again that John said not in the traditional sense. We're looking at a PoA model, but not in the traditional sense. So something close to this. Take it with a grain of salt. Consensus system that allows only authorized entities to validate transactions in a blockchain network. One major evolving element of blockchain technology is consensus mechanisms. After the original proof of stake and proof of work methods were developed, other consensus mechanisms came into fruition. One such consensus mechanism is proof of authority, or PoA, which has been introduced as a more energy efficient alternative to proof of stake as less computational resources are needed. This guide will explain the PoA network's principles. So, proof of authority explained. Proof of authority is a consensus algorithm that delivers an efficient solution for blockchains, especially private ones. The term was coined in 2017 by Gavin Wood, a co-founder of the Ethereum blockchain. In proof of authority, machines earn the right to generate new blocks by passing a strict vetting process, which is discussed in detail in the next section. As a result, trustworthy validation machines protect PoA blockchains. These system moderators are pre-approved participants who check blocks and transactions. The proof of authority model is scalable because it is based on a small number of block validators. VeChain is an example of a popular platform that uses a PoA algorithm. How does proof of authority work? Pre-approved validators use software to organize transactions into blocks. The process is automated, and so the validators don't need to monitor their computers constantly. That, however, means the validators must keep their computers or admin sites in a good working order. Terms for proof of authority consensus. Although conditions differ from one system to the other to be chosen as a validator, a user must meet these three basic requirements. A validator should be trustworthy, of good moral standards, and without any criminal record. A validator's identity must be formally validated on the network with the ability to cross-check the information in the public domain. Therefore, the real identities of validators are confirmed. A validator candidate should be willing to invest money and stake their own reputation. A rigorous process reduces the possibility of selecting questionable validators and encourages a long-term commitment. So I'm just going to go ahead and say this here. Maybe the validators in the system that they build out, it could be the SafeMoon swap partners. What do you guys think about that idea? Let us know in the comments down below. The essence of the reputation mechanism is trust in the validator's identity. It is a complex process to ensure weak candidates are weeded out. The guarantees that all validators follow the same procedure, ensuring the system's integrity and reliability. Let's take an example of a reputational rating mechanism within eBay. In the beginning, all sellers are subjugated to rules of the platform and feedback from buyers. A seller with a 100% positive feedback score earns buyers' trust, which affects the trust and reputation of eBay. Sellers with low feedback ratings, however, receive warnings and fewer seller privileges. Sellers receiving consistently low positive feedback scores are filtered from eBay, leaving the reputable sellers with high positive feedback to continue selling on the platform. Just as reputation is critical on eBay, reputation for verifying is also critical in PoA. Users who receive the right to become validators due to the PoA algorithm have an incentive to keep their rating high. Validators are motivated to maintain a stable transaction process to avoid tarnishing their reputation, which is tied to their real-life identity. As a result, most users value their hard-won role as a validator. So there's additional information here in terms of for proof of authority consensus. There's proof of authority advantages, proof of authority disadvantages, and some final thoughts. So we're going to go ahead and take a little bit more time in this video and just go through the rest of these. Although conditions differ from one system to the other, a coherent PoA algorithm is dependent on the following: individuals who are active and trustworthy, validators who must identify themselves, validators who are willing to invest money and risk their reputation. A rigorous process reduces the possibility of selecting questionable validators and encourages long-term commitment. A validator approval standard. Every validator follows the same procedure, ensuring the system's integrity and reliability. Then you have proof of authority advantages. PoA differentiates itself from other consensus mechanisms such as proof of work and proof of stake in two main ways. There are more transactions per second that can be executed, less computational resources are needed. Proof of authority disadvantages. The PoA mechanism is considered to be centralized as validators are pre-approved. This consensus algorithm model is primarily an attempt to improve the efficiency of centralized systems. Although PoA systems have high bandwidth, immutability aspects are called into question as censorship and blacklisting are easily implemented. Another common critical issue is that everyone has access to the identity of PoA validators. The counter-argument is that only recognized players can hold this position, and they will always strive to become validators as publicly known participants. However, knowing the validator's identity may allow third parties to manipulate the system. And then their final thoughts here are that there is no perfect consensus mechanism as each one has pros and cons. Though decentralization is seen as an advantage by the cryptocurrency community, PoA sacrifices decentralization to achieve high output and scalability. So again, I want to stress this. It is not saying that SafeMoon is going to use the exact model. In fact, they are saying here they are looking at it, but not in the traditional sense. They're looking at doing evolutions of things involving the gas fees. They're looking to build, break, fix, iterate what they're building in the non-public domain, and that they'll have more information in the future through proper channels. What do you guys think about this? Let us know in the comments down below. Lastly is I want to let you know I've teamed up with MEXC Global. This is a top cryptocurrency exchange, and if you use my referral link, you can get a $25 SafeMoon airdrop, entry into a $1,000 giveaway, and get 10% off on your trades. How to qualify for all of this, you can find out the information. The link is down in the description. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please go do your own research. Thank you guys very much for being here. And double shout out thank you to my Patreon supporters. Appreciate it so much. Velimir Brakovich. We love SafeMoon.com, Murad Shaker, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. And also thank you to my YouTube members for your support. God bless you guys. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button, and we will see you in the next episode.